Yo, it's the Hatening. It's Hoop. We're back. We got a pretty doozy of a story today. So when I was in college, freshman year, I lived in a dorm. I had my own room. I was on the second floor of like a 4 or 5 story building. And my buddy, like my best friend, lived directly above me on the top floor, and he had a very, very big room. So we would hang out in his room all the time, right? And it was, the school was like in the woods, and we all had really big windows and all that kind of shit, right? So just setting the scene, just big apartment looking building in the woods, and a cluster of other apartment buildings in the woods. But I was on, like I said, I'm on the bottom floor, which was like the second floor, because then it would like have like a little basement type of thing, right? But I'm on the walk. You walked into the second floor where my room was, and there was a group of people that lived in my building who lived above me but below my buddy. I think they were on the floor above me, so the third floor. And one of the guys that lived in that cluster of rooms, one of that guy that lived in that like little dorm area, was an alcoholic who also sleptwalked, right? And so he was a sleepwalker, and his whole thing was that he would walk around and find somewhere to pee, right? So, and he knew about it, and he had, I guess, been doing it his whole life, but he would wake up at night and then like pee in drawers or like pee in like closets and stuff. And it didn't happen all the time, but if he was drinking, then it would happen. And so he developed like a drinking problem as soon as he got to school, as a lot of people do. A lot of people develop substance abuse problems if they were not introduced to substances or an environment where you can do substances until you get to college. And then once you get to college and you have this unfettered access to money sometimes and drugs and partying, you go off the deep end and you ruin your life at 18 or 19, like this person did. So one night, I had a friend from back home staying over, and we were in we had a not a will they won't they relationship, but a sort of like a tortured teenage romance type of thing, where it's like friends of exes and exes of friends and blah 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 and all this kind of stuff. And we never got together, but there was always like kind of something there, and it was very dramatic, and it was very, you know what I mean, very, very late teens, very whatever. And so she came up to visit and ended up staying in my dorm room, and I didn't let her sleep in my bed because I didn't want to like, deal with it or like complicate things or whatever. So like she's sleeping on the floor next to the window, I'm sleeping in my bed. It was like a tiny bed anyway. And we start hearing out the window just like, like that kind of shit, right? And it's like really late at night, and we just keep on hearing outside the window. And then finally I hear my buddy who's on the top floor just open up his window and yell like, "Shut the fuck up," right? And then the noises kind of stop, and we go back to sleep. And then about like 6 or 7 in the morning, we get woken up from like a pretty intense calamity outside. And we look out the window and we see a bunch of people standing around, and a bunch of like ambulances, and like there's a fucking stretcher and like all this shit. And so, we go outside to see what's going on, and someone's getting carted away or whatever the fuck. So it turns out that the alcoholic kid who sleptwalked, he was sleepwalking, wasted, went to go piss out the window of his dorm room or whatever, fell out from like the 3rd story, landed on his back and broke his back, like shattered his back. And so he was the one who was moaning, out there by himself in the middle of the night, not that warm. And fucking my roommate told him to shut the fuck, or not my roommate, my buddy told, my future roommate, my best friend, told him to shut the fuck up, you know? And I guess someone else during the night had seen him lying on the ground, like moaning, but they knew who he was and figured that he had just gotten fucking blackout drunk and passed out there. And so they like threw a blanket out of their window down to him for him to like wrap up in, because he must have been cold, but he like didn't grab it because he like couldn't move. And so then when they like, you know, like in the morning when people were like waking up early to do whatever, they like found him on the ground like moaning and like obviously in pain, and then pieced together what had happened, and they like, you know, they carted him off and shit. But yeah, I guess that kid like broke his back and like got out of, or you know, like had to drop out of school and stuff, and did the whole like back brace, neck brace type of thing, which sounds awful. Like I cannot imagine like getting wasted and blacking out and then like waking up like with a broken and mangled body like on the cold ground, and you like can't talk, and then just like some asshole just tells you to shut the fuck up, and then someone else like throws a blanket at you, but like you can't grab it because you can't fucking move. That shit was fucking crazy. Like that was really fucking nuts, just to like, not only like to know about it. I didn't really know the kid, but like we had like some mutual friends, and a couple people were pretty fucked up about it, you know what I mean? But like, dude, like, goddamn, that would suck. Like being like that kid's fucking parents or like siblings or like partner, or even, I mean, especially that kid, but like, Jesus Christ, can you imagine? Like that shit would suck. But that was one of the craziest things that happened freshman year. There's a couple other nutso things that happened in the dorm. I'll probably get to that shit eventually, but that was definitely like the wildest one. And it was especially wild because like that girl was staying with me in my dorm at the time. And so, you know, she's like, first time in the Northwest on vacation. Wow, this is really pretty. And then just like some dude breaks his back falling out of a window. And everyone's just like, yeah, I mean, like, that's so-and-so. He's a drunk sleepwalker, and that really sucks. Anyway, you guys want to go smoke weed and do this other thing? You know, it was, goddamn, dude. College was nuts. Going to like a fucking hippie school like that was fucking crazy. But like, Jesus fucking Christ. That feels like an entire lifetime ago. I mean, it almost was half my life ago. If that happened when I was 18 or 19, you know? I mean, it's not quite, but it's almost there. But yeah, thank you for listening. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Andrew and I really appreciate it. We really like doing this. I love doing this, so I'm glad that we can do this for you. Yeah, tell your friends, give us a good review, all that good stuff. Take care of yourself and the people around you, and don't forget to tell your friends you love them.
Hey, Andrew. Yes, Jesus again.
I call you back. Okay, bye.
Andrew, please!